to the A to Z of horror.
A to Z of horror.
So in today's episode, we are on the letter D.
Oh, now I remember we were discussing what we wanted to watch under D. I think it was another one where I couldn't remember any film ever that began with a letter and you named loads. Now I want to watch The Descent. I really want to watch The Descent. So are we watching The Descent?
No. Right.
Psych.
We were all in our in, but we've gone for Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell.
Evil Dead 4, Drag Me to Hell. It is like Evil Dead 4, isn't it?
Well, sort of, but it's Sam Raimi. It's his kind of flair. It's the way he does things. So 2009's Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell. So, right, we're now going to go and watch it and give you our thoughts. So we'll see you in a bit. Everyone, welcome back. So we just finished Sam Raimi's Drag Me to Hell, and I've got to say, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I actually really do rate this as a horror movie. I think it's... Ain't it cool news? Now, he's going to disagree here. Ain't it cool news calls it a masterpiece. I won't go as far as a masterpiece, but I fucking love this film. So, basically the story is about a young lady who's like a loan agent. She works at a bank.
I liked her. What I thought was really interesting about her is, and I don't want this to sound any negative way against the actress, she wasn't like the typical Hollywood pretty girl. And she was very pretty.
Kind of like Girl Next Door.
Yeah, she's very normal looking and pretty. I'm not mis-selling her, but she didn't feel like they were like,
she wasn't fucking ugly, was she?
No, not by any means. But she was very believable as a normal person. I think that's what I'm trying to say. She wasn't.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm going to back out of this one before feminists get their handbag and start hitting me with it. Sir. Do feminists have handbags?
I don't know. I think we're doomed on that. Right, we go. Right, so. She works in a bank, and there's a promotion coming up, and she is competing for the promotion with a dipshit of a colleague, and she's trying to impress her boss, blah blah blah. And a gypsy woman enters in, and she's having money troubles, bless her. And
Americans see gypsies very different to we do in England, don't we? Over here, the kind of people that live in caravans, and that. I don't think any of them would curse me. Yeah, I know we have to be careful what we say, But in America, gypsies are like treated in some sort of I don't know, almost like mythical beings in a way. Whenever and whenever they talk about them in other films like gypsies, there's always more to it. But we don't think of the gypsies that park in our fields in the UK as these sort of gypsies, do we?
And nick your bikes.
They go out doing their grabbing.
Right. So. This gypsy lady wants a home loan extension, and she declines it to impress her boss.
There's a difference there between a British gypsy and an American gypsy, because the British gypsy wouldn't need a home loan.
Fucking hell. So she declines the loan to impress her boss, blah blah blah, and then she curses her, and that's when it goes downhill for the poor lass. The medium-looking lass from there on. So the film then follows her demise and her paranoia as she being watched. And the thing what I loved about it is you saw the Sam Raimi. I'm going to call it flair, but here's how we say. I think it's shot beautifully. I think the cinematography is great. My view. I think it looks great. I think the production is great. I love the little kind of Sam Raimi bits in it, and then what I mean by that is there's a bit where she's eating like carrot cake or something, and an eyeball pops in the middle of it. It kind of reminds me of Evil Dead, them sort of bits. I'm sure in the book in Evil Dead there's an eye scene. I haven't seen Evil Dead for a long time.
Sam Raimi has a certain way. I'm even, we talked about this partway through the Spider-Man movies, which are in full swing at this time. I'm not sure the dates completely, but they were.
What's this? 2009? I thought Spider-Man was like
2000. 2? No, it wasn't early 90s. It was 2000s.
Well, you brought Spider-Man around my gaff on recorded VHS, so that was good.
That was before it was released at the cinema. That was back in the day. But even in like Spider-Man 2, with the Doctor, you've got all those Sam Raimi things. They are Sam Raimi touches, and there's a lot of Sam Raimi touches in here.
It's a Sam Raimi film.
It is. Carry on.
Justin Long. I thought Justin Long was strong. I enjoyed Justin Long. Jeepers Creepers. I haven't seen Tusk. And it just, I don't know about Tusk, it looks a bit fucked up. Fucked up. We may watch it for tea.
We may, or we might watch it better.
Have you seen it?
Tusk. No, I haven't. It just looks
Well,
awful.
you know,
I don't know.
Justin Long, I think he gives a great performance, and I
like Justin Long. I like him.
really enjoyed it. I loved the practical effects. It was creepy.
Justin
I loved
Long
the
looked
ending.
too young for the character he played in this film.
He did a bit. I'll give you that. Yeah, he looks like he was 12. But he always looks 12 unless he grows a moustache like in Tusk. I'm sure he's got a dodgy moustache.
You haven't seen Tusk?
Yeah, but I've watched the trailers a few times. Anyway, we're not fucking talking about Tusk. Drag Me Town. Great. So, yeah, and there's bits in it which did kind of threw me off. Not threw me off, but I was like, oh, a bit where she kills a kitten. You know, she's playing with it. You know, you think, is she? Because she kills the kitten to try and break the curse. So, I'm not going to give him a score. I'm going to let him rant a bit, but I think it's great.
I have no rant. I know, I'm not going to rant. I have a few issues. I'm waving my finger around, waving my hand around. I have a few issues with this film. I enjoyed it. I'm putting that out there. I enjoyed it. I remember seeing it in the cinema. I've seen it a couple of times since. Not watched it for a while, but I enjoyed it. However, it is not a masterpiece. This is the absolute typical bang film. It is so bang jumpy, and that's fine for what it is, but that does not make it a masterpiece. And also, this is a fucking masterpiece. Right, everything that is good about The Evil Dead is in this film, but just not as good.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes, because why didn't they just make Evil Dead 4?
Because Ash is too old. But
No, they did Ash vs. Evil Dead, which you should be watching if you're not watching that internet. Ash vs. The Evil Dead fucking rocks.
Not seen it. Ow!
This film was good. It was lots of loud, bang, jumpy bits. I don't think it was shot great. There was elements of it which I thought felt very cheap. Some of the CGI was horrible. I don't know.
Why the fuck do people use that?
Sam Raimi got into it, I guess, with Spider-Man, but it's that he uses that like jelly CGI, and there's bits of it. And this film was predictable as fuck. I knew exactly where this film was going about half an hour.
He did predict it. It was quite annoying watching it.
And I have seen it before, but I remember in the cinema knowing exactly where this movie was going to go. Doesn't make it a bad film. Made it an entertaining film. I think it felt a bit more like my first horror film, you know, in the sense that a lot of people talk about Poltergeist and things like that, saying, oh, it's a film you could watch when you were a bit younger. You did like the little dance bit. That was good.
You could watch that as a youngster.
Well,
alright, it's a 15, but I don't know, I think it's a bit... Anyway.
I liked it, but I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think Sam Raimi can give us better. Scariest movie of the decade, said Charlie Parrish from Zoo magazine.
The fuck Zoo magazine?
Wide-known film publication. No, it's not the scariest movie of the decade. It had a few jumps in it. Some of them were effective, mainly because they went boo, and you go and of course that's what you do with a jump scare.
Right, score it.
Okay, in our system of 5, every film being a 3 if it does what it wants to do, 2 under par, 4 above par. I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3, and I'm going to give it a 3 because it effectively delivered what it set out to do, which was be a easy horror film for the masses. There was nothing special about it. Let's read from the Necronomicon and see what we can summon, is all I'd say.
Right, I'm going to give it a 4. I enjoy it. I watched it many, many times, and I will continue to go back and revisit it. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. So that's it. Done. Done. D is done. Next, we're on to C. Fucking hell, I don't even know my album.
We're going backwards.
Been along. E.
Well, I've got one in my hand. In fact, I haven't got one in my hand. I've got 2 in my hand because although this is actually the Evil Dead 2 Special Edition DVD, I've got in the back of the sleeve Evil Dead 2 Blu-ray and the Evil Dead Blu-ray. And I've got the Evil Dead Remake Blu-ray sat just over there. We've got so many things with the E to start with.
So you kind of spoiled E by saying we're watching Evil Dead.
Who knows? Maybe I have, maybe I haven't.
Tune in again. We'll see you soon. Peace.